Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shen, Frisco, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today's Monday, August the 22nd, 2022. Got a happy birthday shout outs going out to some folks. That's right, some folks are going to get happy birthday shout outs today. Yep, that's right. How about Andrew Hansken or Henske. There we go, Henske. Yeah, Andrew Henske. Yeah, and Ron Gray and Larry Newman. And yeah, how about that? How about it? Hey, Larry. Hey, Ron. Hey, Andrew. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another tripper. No. Hey, well, that's a 1 more year older you are. Say, let's start that over, okay? I said, hey, Andrew. Hey, Ron. Hey, Larry. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Well, I can't remember my song. I wrote it myself. And I'm having some issues. Don't know what's going on, but I'm going to keep singing this song. I said, okay. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Ron. Hey, Larry. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. That's 1 more year gone away. So happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, Larry. Hey, Ron. Hey, Andrew. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday a day today. Hey. I said it's your happy birthday day today. All right. Then now, how about that? How about the Shin Show fans? That's right, folks. That are just big fans of the Shin Show. Bill Rogers, Savann Murphy Beason, and Jamie O'Driscoll. Also, Doug Bell, a.k.a. Steve Clary. And then there's my Pokey pals, Amanda S. Little and Julie Regot. We're going to throw in Laurie Taylor, a.k.a. Laurie Moore, a.k.a. Thumper. And then there's Laurie Simcox. Well, she didn't exactly request a song today, but hey, she put up a song a while ago, and it was a song that reminded me of something that we all need to do. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do that one for you before we get into the weather. I says, up in the morning, out to school. I teach you the golden rule. American history and practical math. You study them hard and open the past. Working your fingers right down to the bone. That guy behind you won't leave you alone. Da-da-da-da. Ring goes the bell. The cook in the lunchroom's ready to sell. You're lucky if you can find a seat. Your fountain, yeah, if you have time to eat. You're fortunate if you have time to eat. Back in the classroom, open up your books. Gee, but the teacher don't know how mean she looks. I said, hey, well, rock and roll. As soon as the 3 o'clock rolls round, you're flying to finally lay your burdens down. Close up your books and you get out of your seat. Down the halls and out into the street. Up to the corner, you around the bend. Right to the juke joint and you go in. Drop the coins right into the slot. You gotta hear some of that that's really hot. With, with the one you love, you're making romance all the days long. You've been wanting to dance. Feeling that music from head to toe. Around and around and around you go. Drop the coin right into the slot. You gotta hear something that's really hot. I bet the one that you love. You're making romance all day long. You've been wanting to dance. Feeling the music from head to toe. I say rolling around, around, around you go. Hail, hail, rock and roll, deliver me from the days of old. Long live rock and roll, let beat the drum, it's as loud, loud and bold. Rock, rock, rock and roll, the feeling is in your body, body and soul. All right, there you go. Hey, Chuck Berry. Met him in person a couple of times. Sure did. All right, hey, looks like a weather forecast coming up for you right here, right now. And here we go. That's going to be brought to you today by Refreshing uh, by Faithfully Yours. Now, today's weather forecast is going to be brought to you today by Helping Hands Thrift Shop and or Foster Care Closet. Yep, that's right. Helping Hands Thrift Shop and Foster Care Closet, located at 416 South Fifth Street, St. Charles, Missouri. Uh, Come on by, say hi to Bev and Tim. They're always there with a happy smile or a grin. All right. All righty then, here we go. Partly cloudy skies for today. High temperatures around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be light and variable north around 5 miles per hour. Generally clear skies overnight with low temperatures of 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be again light and variable north to northeast at about 5 miles per hour. And then for Tuesday, August the 23rd, partly cloudy skies with high temperatures near 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable northeast at about 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight with low temperatures of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to remain light and variable east at about 4 miles per hour. Wednesday, August the 24th, we're going to have sunshine and clouds mixed together. High temperatures of 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be again light and variable east to northeast at about 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight. Low temperatures of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable again, east and to southeast at about 4 miles per hour. Now, for Thursday, August the 25th, mostly sunny skies, high temperatures near 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable westerly at about 4 miles per hour. A few clouds from time to time with low temperatures of 68 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Winds light and variable again, north to northwest, that is, at 4 miles per hour. And then for Friday, August the 26th, sunshine and clouds mixed together with high temperatures near 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Low temperatures of 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that, my friends, is your fifth day of our 5-day forecast, including today, that is. So there you have it. That's your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. Yeah, there we go. I was afraid it wasn't going to hang up on me. I was trying to get rid of it, but it just kept on staying. Bible, how about that? I have a reflection of the Bible today. Something that, let me check something out. All right, we'll just do this real quick. How many books are there in the story of Exodus? Tales of the Exodus. It's the second book in the Torah, or Pentateuch of the Hebrew Bible. It follows the story of the Israelites. Okay, how many chapters, or whatever you want to call it? How many chapters in the book of Exodus? 40 chapters. 40 chapters. Okay. 40 chapters in the book of Exodus. Okay, it's what I wanted to know. Okay, and the reason I wanted to know that was okay, if you are an avid reader, 40 chapters is nothing. My daughter, you could say snap your fingers, and by the time you got down to the word go, she'd have them 40 chapters read. It's about how fast she reads. She's a very avid reader. She just read them all, every one of those Harry Potters. Well, 40 chapters is kind of a nothing. It doesn't take no time at all. Also, there was a movie put together by Cecil B. DeMille, and it was called The Ten Commandments, and that was all about Exodus. And yeah, he took some liberties, but he had to fill up 4 hours worth of time, or 3.5 hours worth of time. Not sure exactly how long that movie was. We can check it real quick. How long was the movie The Ten Commandments by Cecil B. DeMille? How long was the movie The Ten Commandments by Cecil B. DeMille?
136 minutes, according to some information I found.
136 minutes. Okay. 136. Yeah, okay. We're going to have to do some math here. Sorry, folks. Calculator. Bring up the calculator. 130. Oops. 136 divided by 6 0. 2.2 hours. Okay, 2.2 hours worth of movie. Okay, now you got 2.5 hours worth of movie, or well, 2 hours, 2.2 hours worth of movie. Okay, that just means that in a little over 2 hours, they've got 40 years covered. Now, in the 40 chapters of Exodus, 1 year per chapter. Now, of course, they don't go into that and they don't explain that. But 40 years of roaming around in the middle of nowhere, going from place to place, being rejected by this group of people and that group of people. How long did it take to get from point A of being released to the first step out of Egypt? And I mean, out of Pharaoh, out from under the control of Pharaoh. Then that being said, you're going to wander around in the wilderness for 40 years. Now, I'm point I'm getting at is, would you be a grumbler? Would you be one of those people that was saying, hey, look, here we are out in the middle of nowhere, and we were living in houses in, Egypt. We were living in these houses. Now, of course, there was some guy standing behind us with cracking the whip all the time and telling us make stones and build these huge pyramids and stuff. But we're roaming around for 40 years. We're just having to roam around. And you asked me to be quiet about it. I mean, could you do that? Could you actually do that? Because how about this one? How about the Pilgrims? Those were the first settlers in the New World, and then there were the wagon trains. They had homesteaders and settlers that were, you know, trying to get from point A to point B. Now, do you think that if anybody ever said, okay, we're going to take you out to Oregon and it's going to take you 40 years to get there in a wagon train, do you think they would ever set out to go? I mean, I think New York City would still be stuffed, crammed, and populated. The West would never have been discovered because ain't nobody would have wanted to go 40 years. 40 years. It's going to take you 40 years. Lewis and Clark jumps in the river. They go up the river, and it takes them 40 years to find a pathway to the west on the rivers. You think if it would have took them 40 years that they would have done it? No, they probably wouldn't have. But it didn't take that long. I mean, of course, it did take the Israelites 40 years because of their grumbling. Had they just went ahead and done it without having any grumbles at all in the first place, just trusted in God, I think it was supposed to take like 11 years to get from point A to point B, but they grumbled. And but I don't know, if I was out there just because one person started grumbling and then all of a sudden we've got 40 years under the belt, at the first 20, I might start grumbling myself. Not that, I would be upset because of the fact that I wasn't getting any water that I was getting when I was in Egypt. But, it's something to ponder, something to look at, something to think about. Anyway, I digress. That's what I just wanted to talk about today. Just kind of trying to figure there's a lot of things that you got to take into consideration when you read the Bible. 40 years and 40 chapters is two different things. You peruse through that in an hour or an hour and a half, and Exodus doesn't seem like much of anything. But you got to realize 40 years they were putting up with this stuff. Okay. That being said, let's see what's going on this week out here in St. Charles. We're going to bring this one to you by Jamie O'Driscoll. Did I mention my fans? Yeah, I mentioned my fans. Of course I did. Actually, I added a couple of people in my fanships that were not in the fanships, but that's okay. How about this Thursday, a couple of days from now, on the 25th? I have an appointment on the 25th. As a matter of fact, got to go down and go and see my doctor. Gotta see my doctor to do my regular physical appointment. My doctor. But anyway, St. Charles Municipal Band concert will be playing on Thursday, August the 25th, 7:30 at Frontier Park, and or if not in the park, then in the parking lot across from the park, behind the St. Charles new Tourist Information Center. Yeah, that's what it is. Then the St. Charles Farmers Market will be taking action down on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 noon at the Foundry Arts Center at 500 North Riverside Drive. So there's the St. Charles Farmers Market. Get down there, get your produce, get your eggs, get your wild honey, soaps, and all kinds of neat stuff. Newtown Concert Series on August the 28th. That's going to be Run Forest Run. We'll be performing at the Newtown Amphitheater from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And the 28th is going to be a Saturday, I believe. No, it's going to be a Sunday. So 28th is going to be a Sunday. So Run Forest Run is going to be on Sunday. There you have that. Anything else for this month going on? Nope, that's about it. So there you have it. Those are your things that are going on today. Jamie O'Driscoll brought us that great piece of information. Jamie O'Driscoll and Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. Okay, then. Bidoo, bidoo. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Ba da da ba 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 da. Ba da da ba 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 ba. Ba da da ba 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 ba. Doge, doge, doge. Oh, I didn't have my teeth in yesterday, uh, so I could have done some whistling for you, but I can't really whistle with my teeth in. All I can do with my teeth in is pretty much bird calls. All right, there you go. Just a few little bird calls. Little birdie, 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 birdie. All right, let's see what else we want to do now. How about story time for the kids? We'll just jump on in there. Kick up a little Bible story for the kids. Just one or two, or maybe two or three. Bible, a story. A Bible story for the kids. You and me. Yep, 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 yep. Ba 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 da da da. Ba da da ba 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 da da. Ba 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 da da. Ba da da ba da da. Ba da da ba da da. Ba da ba 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 ba. Ba-da-da, ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da, ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. How about the Good Samaritan? I think this one is a good one. Hey kids, hey, it's TV Grandpa looking towards helping you guys wake up from your nap and or go to sleep into a nap. This here's TV Grandpa, you know, that TV dude. Gonna tell you a bedtime story. So jump up on the couch or jump up on the bed, wherever it is you rest your sleepy little head. Or wipe them sleepers out of your eyes. It's time for TV Grandpa to bring you back to life. Yep, that's right, Bible story with TV Grandpa. It's called The Good Samaritan. This is one of the last parables we will be looking at in this storyline. There are many other parables in the Bible, so if you want to hear more, ask your parents to read them for you. This next parable started with a man asking Jesus a question. The man who asked Jesus a question was a very smart man. Maybe he was trying to trick Jesus to see if he was a good teacher or not. This is what he asked. Teacher, what should I do so that I can go to heaven and live forever? Well, Jesus, being Jesus, replied, what is written in the Bible? Anytime you want to check something with uh, the word of Jesus or the word of God, look in the Bible. It's there for you. What do you think? Well, the man answered, Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. That is right, Jesus said. Do this, and you will live forever in heaven. But the man wanted to do no more. So he asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? Jesus decided to answer this question with a parable. Now, parable just means that it's a small story to help him understand. And so it was to help everyone who was listening understand also. Jesus said, there was a Jewish man walking along a road. He was coming from Jerusalem and was heading to Jericho, which was a full day or two of walking. Well, the road was rocky and there were small hills all around. The man was just humming to himself and enjoying the nice day when suddenly a group of men jumped out from behind a hill. They took all his belongings and they tore off most of his clothes. They didn't want him to follow them, and so they beat him up very badly. And they left him lying and bleeding on the side of the road. Well, a few moments later, a priest was walking down the same path, and he noticed the man lying on the side of the road. Do you know what he did? You'd think he would have run over and helped the man, but no. Instead, he crossed the road and walked on the other side and acted like he didn't see the man. About an hour late or so later, another man called a Levite was walking down the same road. Now, Levites were people who assisted priests with their work. He would probably help the man, wouldn't you think? But no, what he did, you know what he did? He slowed down and he walked a little closer to the man, but then he kept walking on without helping the man at all. Now, you might be thinking that maybe the man lying beside the road looked like he was resting or something, and that is why the priest and the Levite did not stop to help. The trouble is, it was very easy to tell that he was bloody and hurt. So the man was bleeding, and he had most of his clothes ripped off of him, and he was bruised and hardly breathing. Just a few moments later, another man come walking down the road. He was a Samaritan. Now, one thing you should know about Samaritans is that Jewish people didn't like them. Jews usually didn't treat Samaritans very well, so they never got along. Well, the man who was dying on the road was a low, the man that was dying on the road was a Jew. And so, what do you think that Samaritan did? You would think that he would have just walked by and maybe even laughed at the man. But as soon as he saw that the man was hurt, he went over to him and he felt compassion for him. He put bandages on his sores and he poured oil and wine, now which were quite expensive those days. He poured this on the sores to prevent them from getting worse. Then he lifted the man onto his own donkey and he took him to a hotel to take care of him. The next day, the Samaritan took out enough money so that the man could stay at the hotel until he was well enough to leave. He paid the man at the front desk and he asked him to take care of the man. If he wasn't better, after about 2 months, the Samaritan would come back and pay for any extra costs. After Jesus finished the story, he asked, which of the three men do you think was a neighbor to the man who was left beaten on the side of the road? Well, the man who asked the question at the beginning replied the one who had compassion, and he helped him. And Jesus told him, "Go and do the same for others." And that's what he did. There you have it. That's a good Samaritan. All right. Hey, it looks like it's time for the daily bread portion of the program. Daily bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2022. The Bible with Briscoe 2022 is a daily reading of the Bible to be concluded within the year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2022 will be Psalm 110 through 112 and 1 Corinthians 5. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2022 for your daily reading of the Bible. Today's devotion in the daily bread portion of the program is called Transmitting Truth. Transmitting truth. That would be speaking truth and or telling the truth. And we're going to be covering scriptures and insights today for transmitting the truth. Deuteronomy 4, 9 through 14. So here we go. Deuteronomy 4, 9 through 14. Only be careful and watch yourselves closely, so that you do not forget the things your eyes have seen, or let them fade from your heart as long as you live. Teach them to your children and to their children after them. Remember the day you stood before the Lord your God at Hebron, Herod, and when he said to me, "Assemble the people before me to hear my words, so that they may learn to revere me as long as they live in the land, and may teach them to their children." You came near, and you stood at the foot of the mountain, while it blazed with fire to the very heavens, with black clouds and deep darkness. Then the Lord spoke to you out of the fire. You heard the sound of the words, but saw no form. There was only a voice. He declared to you his covenant, the 10 Commandments, which he commanded you to follow, and then wrote them on 2 stone tablets. And the Lord directed me at that time to teach you the decrees and laws that you are to follow in the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess. That was Deuteronomy 4, 19 through 14, which is transmitting the truth, which was today's daily devotion in the daily bread portion of the program, which was brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2022. The Bible with Briscoe 2022 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Do not forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2022 for your daily reading of the Bible. Hey, that looks like it. That's a wrap. Hey, folks, we're done. This here's been Shen, a.k.a. Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Hey, we got a song for you, though. It goes, "Hello, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, buddy. Do. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye." Like I said, this here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, God loves you and so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here and I hope that you are too. That's it. Bye bye.